issued my own dissenting opinion about this, which was published in the 5th volume of the Beacon edition of the Pentagon Papers. And I have to give Noam Chomsky credit because he edited that volume. He did not agree with me. It's in his worldview that it doesn't matter who's president. The American system is a juggernaut that continues relentlessly to dominate the world. But he and his co-editor, Howard Zinn, initially rejected my article and said, you don't want to say this, it's bad politics. You're saying that Kennedy Democrats were a hope to end the war. But Chomsky put it in, and there it stayed. No, to my knowledge, I'm not sure that any mainstream historian has ever cited it. And then I got a phone call in 1992, I think, from, of all places, Army intelligence at Fort Leavenworth, and a young officer by the name of John Newman told me that he was bringing out a book that was going to agree with me, and he did, JFK in Vietnam. It was an important book, and of course it became much more important when Oliver Stone produced his movie, JFK, and actually he paid John Newman to use the material about the withdrawal plan and the fury that it undoubtedly, beyond question, was arousing among high-level people in the Pentagon, and also, I might add, McCone at the CIA, who was as much a hawk as the Joint Chiefs were. And that produced a conference of historians at the LBJ Library down in Austin, Texas, to which I was not invited. John Newman was invited, and virtually all the other historians, particularly a man called Berman at UC Davis, attacked Newman for what was still an unpopular position. I think now as the dust is settling, and we've had, then in the wake of the movie, everybody, whether they hated the movie or they loved the movie, everybody was saying it's time to release all the documents and put an end to this discussion. And people like Newman and myself petitioned the review board that was created by statute from the very beginning. They were supposed to review assassination records. The first stage was, what is an assassination record? And people like Newman and myself, I don't know how many, said anything to do with Cuban policy, anything to do with Vietnam policy, anything to do with the Soviet Union is an assassination record, because these fall into the areas of trying to understand what were the policy divisions inside the administration at that time. And so a great many Vietnam documents were released, and there's a beautiful summary of them by James Galbraith, the son of Ambassador John Galbraith, who makes it virtually beyond discussion that there was not a conditional plan to withdraw, an unconditional plan to withdraw. It didn't matter if we were winning or losing. The plan was there in concrete to get the troops out. And so from now on, the debate, since then, the debate has been, would Kennedy have stuck with his plan or not?